guys, welcome back, and we really appreciate you being here to learn along with us some more about real estate investing and personal finance. And so if you would, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little bell so that you're notified every time we post a new video. We're going to try to post pretty regularly through the week. We haven't really landed on a set schedule yet, but hopefully that'll help us grow the YouTube channel and satisfy that all-important YouTube algorithm. YouTube algorithm. So if you would, go ahead and hit those for us. And with that said, we're going to talk today about the best budget apps that are out there and available for us. So, a lot of times we get into trouble with money because we're just not tracking what we're spending. And it's very easy to stop and pick up a coffee here, and we get a snack there, and we buy this little thing over here, and the next day we do the same thing over again. And it's $3, $4, $5, $10 here, $10 there, and we don't really track how much that is. And all of a sudden at the end of the month, we turn around and wonder, why don't we have any money to invest? Where did it all go? And so one of the things that we can do is, if we don't want to sit down at the end of the week or every couple of weeks or at the end of the month and go through our individual spending, go through the bank account, go through the credit cards, go through whatever expenses that we have, cash, checks, credit, all of those things. If we don't want to take the time to sit down and do that, then there's actually an app for that. And actually there are several apps for that. If you just Google, you can come up with a list of 1,000 of them. But what we've done is we've tried to go through and review and just sort of pick out what we think are good apps and talk about some of the features that they have and how they can help us manage our finances. And so the first one that we think is probably the best one overall, actually, is the Mint mobile app. Now, the Mint mobile app is really clean, it's really simple, and it's pretty easy to use. It connects to all of your bank accounts. It allows you to track bills. It categorizes all of your spending once you click to set up the categories, and it also gives you a credit monitoring service included in the app. So those are some really good features to keep us on track and monitor. You can go through and look where you're going to spend your money, how much you spend on bills, how much you spend on entertainment, how much you spend on food, travel, all of those types of things. And it's really going to give you an idea of where your spending is and what you need to improve on. And the best thing about Mint is, first of all, it's free to download. And then at the end of the year, when it's tax time, because it's made by Intuit, those are the same people who make TurboTax, which is a software that a lot of people use to do their taxes. It automatically integrates with TurboTax, and so it'll pull over any expenses that might be useful for getting tax deductions and those types of things. So that's one to keep in mind, Mint Mobile. The second one to think about is a little more complex, but it's called Personal Capital, and it really is an app that is more designed for investing and tracking your net worth. So when you get this app, you can track what your investments are, how your investments are going up or down, and you can also track your net worth. So what is your net worth? Net worth is simply the value of all of your assets minus all of your liabilities. So for example, if you have a piece of real estate, maybe it's your house that you live in, maybe it's a rental property. Let's say that property is worth $100,000 and you owe $60,000 on a mortgage. So the value of that asset is $100,000. The mortgage on it is $60,000. So your net worth would be 100 minus 60, which is $40,000. So Personal Capital will help you to keep track of all those things. So you'll go in, you'll put in the value of your IRA, the value of your bank accounts, the value of any brokerages, credit card balances, real estate values, mortgages, debts, all of those types of things. And it's going to track your net worth going up and down based on the information that you put in and the payments that you make every month. And so the free version allows you to track your spending. Now, there is a paid version where you get a lot more, obviously, robust ability to track all of those types of things. But for the purposes of getting started and making sure that we just take that first step into getting control of our spending, the free version works out just fine. And again, it connects to your bank, your credit card, your retirement accounts, your loans, mortgages, all of those types of things. And so it's a good app that shows you all of those things in one place. Now, this one I thought was interesting just in reviewing all of the dozens and dozens that I looked at in preparing for the video. I ran across one called Pocket Guard. And Pocket Guard has an interesting concept. It is basically for someone who knows that they overspend and that they're a spender on things and maybe wasting money at Starbucks or at Target or wherever it is that you're wasting money, Hobby Lobby, any place like that you might be wasting money. You can actually go in there and set spending limits in the app. And so when you hit your limit, if you say, okay, I only want to spend $50 a month at Hobby Lobby or at Starbucks or Target or whatever it is, whatever your trouble spot is, then it will keep track of how much you spend at those different places or on those categories. So if you want to only spend $50 a month in buying coffee out, then you can set that up as a category. And when you hit your limit, it will tell you it's time to stop. So it's a very intriguing budget app in that it really does guard your pockets, as the name implies, Pocket Guard, right? So, and they use an algorithm that factors in your income and your upcoming expenses, and then it will send you alerts. And also it will tell you when it takes into account what your spending is and takes into account your expenses, it will give you an idea of what you have in your pocket. That's what they call it in the app, in your pocket, what is available for you to spend on discretionary items on a daily basis, which is really kind of neat because you don't have to think about, okay, well, my phone bill is due next month or next week, so I better not spend $10 on Starbucks today because I need to save that $10 and put towards my phone bill in a few days. So it's really a handy little app that will help you keep track of those types of expenses. So that's really it. That's what I wanted to cover, was those three basic apps that are going to be the best ones for 2021 that are going to help us to manage our budget and expenses. Now, of course, why do we want to do that? Well, we want to make sure that at the end of the week, at the end of the month, we have money available to us so that we can go take that money and invest in things that are going to provide us a good return on our investment. We're going to invest in real estate. We're going to invest in business. We're going to invest in personal finance. So those are all the kind of things that we're going to talk about on the channel. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell for the notification. Those things are really going to help us to grow the YouTube channel because the YouTube algorithm really likes them. And so we really appreciate that. This is our little experiment for the year that we would like to get the channel up and going. So any help you could give us, we'd really appreciate it. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the next video, and hopefully we can all grow together in our financial health this year. And again, don't forget, smash that like button for us. We really appreciate it. See you next time.